bite into a ripe fig and chew it slowly. Those crisp, crunchy grains in the flesh conceal a brutal chamber trap. The sweetness you swallow is actually a crowded insect graveyard. This is not some shocking food safety accident. It is an ironclad pact nature has maintained for over 80 million years. The figs we usually eat are not technically fruits in botany. They are a bizarre type of enclosed inflorescence. Simply put, the tree wraps all of its flowers inside a fleshy sphere where they bloom in a lightless chamber. The wind outside cannot reach them, and butterflies and bees cannot see them. Since they are completely sealed off, how does pollen spread? And how can the plant bear fruit? The fig recruited a specialized ultimate worker, the fig wasp. To make reproduction happen, plants and insects evolved a brutally one-sided sacrificial process. A still unripe green fig hangs on a branch. At its base, there is a tiny opening lined with layers of backward-pointing bristles. A female fig wasp carrying pollen flies over. Her abdomen is full of fertilized eggs, and she urgently needs a safe nursery. Drawn by the fig's chemical scent, she lands at the bottom of the fruit and forces herself into the tiny opening. This is a physical nightmare set by nature. The opening is far too narrow, even smaller than the wasp's body. The passage is packed with hard, overlapping bracts. The fig wasp can only use brute force to squeeze deeper and deeper inside. During this process, the antennae on her head are snapped off one by one, and her delicate transparent wings are mercilessly torn away by the bristles. She never planned to fly out again. This is a one-way trip whose ending was fixed from the start. Covered in wounds and unable to fly, the fig wasp finally squeezes into the fig's inner chamber. It is densely filled with tiny flowers. Dragging her broken body, she crawls painfully through them, brushing the pollen she carries precisely onto the female flowers and helping the plant complete pollination. At the same time, she searches for suitable places to lay her eggs deep within certain flower ovaries. Once the task is done, the fig wasp's life comes to an end. Exhausted, she collapses inside this lightless, fleshy chamber. Nature leaves no waste behind. After receiving the pollen, the fig begins developing rapidly inside. The plant secretes a highly potent fig enzyme, which gradually breaks down the wasp's body, turns it into protein-rich nutrients, and absorbs it into the fig flesh. Outside, the sun rises and sets as the fig slowly grows in sunlight. Meanwhile, inside the fruit, a dark and absurd microscopic drama quietly unfolds among the eggs she left behind. A few weeks later, the eggs hatch. Here, nature reveals an extreme rule of resource allocation. The first to emerge are usually male fig wasps. These males look wildly underdeveloped, so much so that they barely resemble insects. They are born without eyesight, with not even a trace of wings on their backs. Nature does not even bother giving them camouflage. Their bodies are a sickly pale flesh color, but they have a pair of immensely developed jaws as strong as hydraulic pliers. These blind, wingless creatures with huge mandibles spend their entire lives inside a fruit only a few centimeters wide. Their only purpose is to do two things: mate and dig tunnels. After hatching, male wasps rely on their keen sense of smell to search frantically through the chamber, finding their female sisters still wrapped in plant tissue and not yet hatched. Without hesitation, the males use their jaws to bite through the plant casing and directly deliver their reproductive material inside. Before the sisters have even seen the world once, their mating is forcibly completed. Once every female fig wasp in the chamber is fertilized, the males face the last and most tragic mission of their lives. They gather together and use those powerful jaws against the fig's thick, hard skin, digging frantically. In total darkness, these blind brothers work like miners with nothing to lose, gnawing through plant fibers bit by bit and carving a tunnel through the fruit wall to the outside world. The moment the tunnel opens, fresh air and oxygen rush in. The sudden rise in oxygen directly triggers the fig's chemical switch for full ripening. The flesh quickly turns soft, fragrant, and sweet. But the male wasps that dug the tunnel have exhausted all their strength and collapse at its entrance, only to be eaten alive by ants. They spent their whole lives working, completed reproduction, and opened a path to life, yet never saw what the sky outside looked like or felt the warmth of sunlight. They fell 1 second before dawn. Next, female wasps with intact wings, excellent vision, and already carrying fertilized eggs finally emerge. These young mothers, perfect in form, move back and forth inside the fig, cramming pollen from the fig's male flowers into special pockets in their mouths and legs. Then, stepping over countless male brothers' remains, they follow that tunnel bought with lives and calmly crawl out of the fig, spreading their wings toward the blue sky. They go in search of the next unripe fig to repeat that cruel cycle of broken wings. This is the unbreakable bond of survival between plants and insects. This is not a hymn to nature's harmonious coexistence. It is a survival game where both sides hold knives, forcing the other to honor the deal. If a female wasp learns to cheat, enters the fig, lays only eggs, deliberately carries no pollen, and refuses to help the plant, the fig tree ruthlessly punishes her. The tree cuts off the nutrient supply to that fruit. The unripe fig quickly withers and drops straight from the branch. Every egg hidden inside, every descendant trying to freeload, is crushed the moment it hits the hard soil or carried away entirely by passing ants. No pollen, then pay with your life. In this primal survival contract, there is no room for exploiting loopholes. Finally, some reassurance. Most figs we buy at supermarkets are cultivated varieties with no fig wasps inside at all. This life and death drama truly plays out only in wild figs growing outdoors. The sunlight is bright. Wind passes through a vast fig grove. A fruit that has just lost its greenness gives off an irresistibly sweet scent. Several female wasps carrying pollen follow the scent and fly over, landing before the crack at the fruit's base. She has no idea what is inside, nor does she know what terrible price lies ahead. She simply lowers her head by instinct and pushes half her body into that dark hole lined with barbs. After a faint struggle, a pair of transparent broken wings is left wedged outside the opening, gleaming faintly in the sun.